Good evening, y'all. Turn this volume up so I can see what is going on. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Hump day to ya. Ooh, I turned the volume way up. How is everybody doing? And welcome to midweek game night. We are not going to be on here long, y'all. As y'all can see, I got my good self-quarantine hair on today. It is Shea Natural. Oh my goodness. I know y'all are probably not used to me having game night on a Wednesday evening. I usually do it on Sundays. Ooh, but Sunday was just a wrap with the weather conditions here in South Carolina. Then I tried to call myself moving it to Monday, and I think I overslept. It was just too much going on. So I wanted to give myself some time to get a little break in. And here we are. So, and I'm not hiding behind the avatar today, y'all. I am not hiding behind the avatar. So y'all get to see all my crazy facial expressions. And I don't always hide behind the avatar. Sometimes I come out and play with y'all. If I have any visitors in the chat, I simply cannot see you because, of course, StreamYards does sometimes lag on the comments. Hey, Primping Ain't Easy. Is it just me and you? Hi, Deborah's Glad Tidings. How you ladies doing tonight? Y'all, I'm making all kind of noise. Listen, this is going to be a short. Hi, and she. Thank you so much for popping in. That was so nice of you. Y'all, mid-week trivia. Hump day trivia. Hump day. And it's a little different. I got to put my disclaimer up there for a minute, though. But it's going to be a little different because, like I've been sharing, and y'all excuse the mess, y'all. This is the self-quarantine look. Don't come for me, okay? Because y'all know ordinarily I'll be over here all made up and looking cute and all that good stuff. But right about now, we're on week 4 of pandemic. So, yeah, your girl ain't tripping at all. I ain't tripping at all on this hair, okay? I really ain't. And I'm sure y'all can see that. But anyway, it is what it is. Hi, Miss Full Roller. Hey, 50 plus. Thank you guys so much for popping in. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys. You guys are dope. So listen, like I was saying, usually what I do, if this is your first time coming, welcome. So far, just looking, it looks like, and she may be the only first timer here, and I want to welcome her and ask that she come back more and more, because typically I do these game nights on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're usually fun. You will get you a good kiki, and you will learn something. And usually what I do is I try to theme them around important initiatives that are going on in the community around us. So while we're having fun and laughing, we're learning something. Usually what I do also is I keep score, and the person who has the most points at the end of the game usually gets a channel shout out, where I feature you on the community tab as well as my other social media platforms. But because this is an impromptu midweek trivia, it literally is just for fun, y'all. I seriously don't plan on being on here very long, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30. So if y'all can rock with me for that amount of time, I would greatly appreciate it. Your girl is a content creator trying to hit those 4K watch time hours, and in an effort to not just be up here rambling about foolishness, okay, that y'all ain't gonna be trying to hear no dang on way. I try to come with creative content, okay, to give you a good reason to actually sit over here and be visiting with me. So this month, the month of April, has actually been designated by the National Department of Social and Health Human Services as National Minority Health Month. Okay, and that's what this month's theme have been. Each game night that I've been hosting has been based around that particular theme. And I really feel near and dear to that initiative because A, I'm a minority. And B, I've been dealing with ongoing health issues. You know what I'm saying? And I've been working on trying to change things in my lifestyle so that I be in a better place. So I really could get behind this initiative and I've been really pushing it because I want us all to be in a better place. So with that being said, y'all, let me take my little disclaimer down, that good stuff. Hold up, y'all. And y'all, please don't come for me on my hair. I know y'all can see my little patch of gray and all that good stuff. It's all good. When you get to a certain age, you're going to get you a little patch of gray too. So don't even trip. Don't even trip. Okay? Okay. Okay. I also tried to put a little new green screen background back there because we've been having the same tired one up there. Okay. Let me put my little ticker thing up there. Okay. So tonight is going to be short and sweet, y'all. Let me see if I can see what y'all are saying. I am going to be keeping track, but I'm not going to be keeping track. Um, so if one of the moderators want to keep score, that would be great so that I can know who does end up with the most points so that they can still get the channel shout out. Y'all, my hair look crazy on this camera, but I ain't even going to trip. I promise I ain't going to trip. Okay, so tonight we only have 7 questions. And for the most part, they're going to be multiple choice. Each point is going to be worth 10 points. And of course, the first person to type it into the chat first is going to win uh, that answer. Okay. Now, I do apologize, y'all. I'm trying to bring it up because I do try to prepare a little bit. So, like I was just saying, it is National Minority Health Month. And basically, I wanted to touch on for tonight. I don't know how you all are feeling, and I can't really see the chat right now. So, my apologies if I'm missing anyone. Oh, and please, if you didn't remember to do so on your way in, please don't forget to blow dry on that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Um, if you're like me, you guys, I have been in my house for I can't even keep up with if this is week 3 or week 4 that I have been quarantined in my home. I did go out one day, 2 weeks ago. I went to Walmart, and that was my first and only time out aside from going out in my front yard because, like I said, certain ongoing health conditions kind of put me at a greater risk to being, you know, in a bad way if I get hit with this thing that we're dealing with out there. So I've been trying to really stay inside. And my employer has been nice enough to allow me to continue to work remotely. I'm forever grateful for that. But I know that a lot of people have been losing jobs. A lot of people have been coming into contact with either people in their families or someone you know, someone you work with, or whatever, who may have had a brush with this thing that we're seeing just like rapidly evolve, and it's just going crazy. And I know for me, even though I don't have a history of mental illness, I feel like everybody's going to need some kind of not necessarily formal therapy, but You know what I'm saying? Like our mental illness is getting tested right now. Not our mental illness, but our mental capacity is being severely tested right now. Just dealing with what's going on. Like, for how long are we going to have to deal with this? I was stressing today, walking around in my house, like, man, how long is it going to be before things get back to normal? Or is this the new normal? If you're listening to the news, there's all these reports coming out about how things are going to spike up in the wintertime. So it only raises, and I'm speaking for myself, and I'm going back to that medical disclaimer. This is not a medical advice channel. I'm just sharing at this point before the game starts. But it raises your level of anxiety, right? And so, with it being National Minority Health Month, we're going to just talk about some of our questions tonight are going to be around mental illness, and they're going to be around ways to cope with that. And then we'll just kind of dialogue a little bit after the 7 questions on ways that we can kind of cross support one another in these difficult times. So I hope y'all will bear with me. All right. And I just wanted to explain that because I know most times my game nights are usually fun, upbeat, and not dark. And because things are taking a toll, I just kind of wanted to kind of address them because I feel like that does have to do with our overall health. And talking about these things sometimes is a way to help us get through to the other side. So, with that being said, y'all, if you guys are ready for me to put the first question up, please put a thumbs up in the chat and I will throw the first question up on the screen for you. Looking for the first thumbs up so I can get question number 1 up on the screen. And let me go over here because I cannot see what y'all are saying and I feel so crazy. Hi, Shawana's Creative Circle. Thank you for being here. Okay. I see y'all putting your thumbs up. Thank you, Miss Full Roller. Miss Full Roller, you are always so nice. Even when I know my hair look crazy, you say it looks okay. Thank you. Okay. I had to come over and peek at y'all's comments because I can't see them. I don't have my other device in here right now. So let me go back over here so I can put the questions up. And again, let me flash that one last time just in case somebody in the bushes want to try to hand me up. I ain't giving out no medical advice, man. We have game night, okay? This channel does not provide medical advice. This information contained in this live stream is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes and does not substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Okay? Okay. I had to do that, y'all. You never know. All right, question number 1 is coming to the screen. And I hope it is there for you all. It says, and it's multiple choice. Oh, I do need to be able to see who's putting the questions. I mean, the answers in though, right? It's multiple choice, and it reads, on average, most people are A, much more likely to be violent than the general population, B, about as likely, or C, less likely to be more violent than the general population. That's multiple choice. And y'all don't have to type the whole answer. You can put just the letter and that's fine. Oh, I got too much stuff. Let me open this up. Because I can't see and I feel real crazy. I can't see y'all's answers. There you go. See, I had the tablet here, but I had it open to something else that I wanted to talk about. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying. And hopefully somebody's keeping track of who gets the correct answer so we can know who to shout out. Okay, on my end, I see Miss Full Roller has put B in first. I have you in at the timestamp of 7:15 p.m. Ms. Fuller also said C. Shawana's put B. Hi, Talita 360 Cafe. Good evening and welcome. I appreciate you being here and thank you for your support. She says this is her first time being here. She's not playing, she's just here for support. Thank you so much for doing that. I will definitely be visiting your channel after this time so that I can definitely support you the same way. So, April is National Minority Health Month, so we're just kind of asking some questions about health and wellness. So, Ms. Fuller did get that one. The correct answer is B, slightly more likely. Many studies show that people with mental health conditions are no more violent than the general population. Some studies find a slightly higher rate of violence than the general population, but such violence tends to be concentrated within a small fraction of individuals with mental illness. So basically, some people that deal with mental illness tend to get a bad rep. People just automatically assume that they're violent, but they're not necessarily more violent than anyone else in the general population, was the whole point of that question. So good job, Miss Fullroller. She got the points for that one. All right, question number 2 is coming to the screen. One moment. And it is also multiple choice. Still dealing with the same thing, y'all. To me, that seems like the same question, though. On average, compared to most people, are more likely to be. Yeah, let's scratch that one, y'all, because I think that one asks the same question again. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to put question number 3 up there because that was the same question, in my opinion. So, question number 3 reads, on average, compared to the general population, people with serious mental illness will A, live about 5 years less, B, live about 10 years less, or C, live about 25 years less than the general population. You're welcome, Tylita. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Why I can't see y'all's answers. Okay, so far I don't see the correct answer in the chat. On average, compared to the general population, people with serious mental illness will live A, 5 years less, B, 10 years less, or C, about 25 years less. Let me make sure I am in the live chat so I can see. So far, I only see Miss Full Roller's answer there, and it's not the correct answer. Are there any other answers in there that I'm missing? Let me go over here to this one. No, just Miss Full Roller's comments in there. So nobody's getting the points for this one. Nobody want to take a crack at it? No, it's not A. So y'all know what that leaves. Let me see who's going to be the first to get it in there. Who's going to be the first to get it in there? I don't see it. Nope, y'all putting A and B. I know that other one seems like a very large number, All right. Miss Full Roller got it. The correct answer, surprisingly, y'all, surprisingly, the correct answer is C. Can y'all believe it? It says recent studies show people with serious mental illness will live about 25 years less than the general population. I thought that was an extremely large number. I was quite surprised. It also goes on to say it has been known for several years that people with severe or serious mental illness die younger than the general population. However, recent evidence reveals that the rate of illness and the death in this population has accelerated. So, shocking to me. That was very shocking to me. And what that says to me, you all, is like I said, I don't personally suffer with mental illness, but I think it's fair to say that most of us have someone in our family that may or may not deal with mental illness. And I feel like, especially during these tough times, like the situation we're dealing with this pandemic, it's definitely time for us to definitely reach out and connect and be there for those particular individuals because, I mean, I don't know how accurate these studies are. This was like some research study that was done by a health organization. I forget which one it was. I could definitely go back and link that later in this video, but reach out to them and try to be a support to them because they already are, they already got the odds stacked up against them with the stigma that is out there associated with mental illness. So love on your loved ones. Be there for them. Try to be supportive. Try to be encouraging, and definitely hold them up because, I mean, they got the odds against them already. And life is tough enough for people that ain't got mental illness issues. So I can only imagine. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put question number 4 up. All right, there you go. Question number 4 should be coming to the screen soon, y'all. Yeah, you guys, everybody, you guys' response is just like mine. Like, yeah. Miss Florilla said, I looked at C first, but I was like, nah, that can't be right. That is what I see. Like, usually when I do these quizzes, I'll take the test myself first before I look at the answer. I was floored. I was literally floored by that number. Okay. So this one is gonna just vary, and this is gonna be a way that we can kind of all participate and interact in the chat. And just type into the chat, share 3 ways that we can kind of cope, with the stress and stressful situations. This is a time where we can all kind of just put something out there into the chat and bounce ideas off of each other. And each person would get the complimentary 10 points for this one as well, because there is no right or wrong answer. The question is list 3 ways that we can cope with stress and stressful situations. List 3 ways that you can cope with stress or stressful situations. For me, my answers were exercise, or healthy lifestyle, um, meditation, and, breathing exercises. A lot of times, if people are stressed out or they're in a stressful situation, they'll do some sort of like breathing exercises to kind of cope and, not cope, but to calm down and bring the stress level down. Those were my 3 answers. Yes. Primpin says exercise. Miss Full Roller says cut out crazy making people in your life, cut extraneous expenses, and eat nutrient dense foods. Absolutely. Those are great answers. Great answers. And those were all actually listed on the list, all 3 of those things. Exercise was as well. Meditation was as well. So really good. Good answers. Talk to your comforters. Yes. And sometimes just talking. Just finding somebody that is willing to be an ear to listen. Sometimes you might just have something on your mind that you just need to get off, or you may have something going on at work or at home and you just need to vent about it. Not necessarily flip out, not cuss nobody out, but just talking, just having someone to be an outlet. So good job, y'all. Good job. Y'all all got the complimentary 10 points for that one. The next one is question number 5. In the chat, define minority health. Define what minority health is to you. What do you think minority health is? I agree, primping ain't easy. I think talking is one of the best. Because a lot of times, if you're angry or you're upset or you're stressed, you might be raving, ready to go put hands on somebody. But if you stop and talk to somebody about it, just that little moment where you stop to take out the time to talk to someone could literally calm you down and make you just say, you know what, it ain't that deep. It ain't that serious. It ain't worth me throwing away my career, my freedom. You know what I'm saying? So I have to agree with you there. Talking is one of the best measures. For me anyway. My H2O, y'all. And look, the social distancing got my nails still hanging on by a wing and a prayer. I ain't been able to get to nobody's nail shop, and I ain't finna go sit up in one if they open or not. I ain't doing it. Miss Full Roller says physical, mental, and spiritual wholeness. Yes. And often they put things into perspective. I'm telling you, talking is key. It can make a huge difference. It can make a huge difference. And I feel like, I'm telling you today, I was just like, oh my God, I am going crazy. Not going crazy literally, but I'm so used to leaving the house every day and I have this routine. I know I get up every day at the same time. I shower, I eat, I drink my coffee, and I head out the door and I go to work. I have not done that for almost a month. So it's been a completely different process for me to learn how to be disciplined enough to get up and actually get ready to go come in here and sit down at my computer and get into work mode because I'm at home. I could slack off and just chill in my pajamas all day and not really do nothing. But A, I ain't crazy. B, I know my employer's tracking my activities, so I ain't crazy. But it's just been a whole new process that I've had to relearn. So that in itself is a whole nother story. But just not being able to go run to the store or drive to the beach because it's been like 80-degree weather here. Just the simple things that you normally take for granted. Walk. I like there to go walk around in my neighborhood because it's a nice, clean neighborhood, and they got the little walking trails. But I'm so freaked out by what I've been hearing on the news about the droplets and how they're airborne and how they live on clothing and live on these surfaces for days. And then I realized that my immune system is not strong enough, so I can't just be subjecting it to foolery. So I oftentimes will stay in the house. It's scary, y'all. Scary. But anyway, I digress. Let me look and see what y'all put for the answers to question number 5. Define minority health. Miss Fuller. Oh, hey, Deborah's Glad Tidings. Did I see you in here earlier? How are you doing, Miss Deborah? Thank you for being here. And thank you, 50 plus. Ms. Fuller said physical, mental, and spiritual wholeness. Or was that for the other question? I don't think I see no answers in here for this one. So I'm going to just read to y'all what they said. Their definition was Yeah, the definition for question number 5, defining mental health, is the concept covering the physical and mental conditions of members of all minority groups. So when you think about it, okay, good, Deborah. So I was like, did I miss her? Thank you for telling me. So, you know how I've been sharing the different initiatives each month, and this month is National Minority Health Month. Well, I'm so excited about that because A, it's giving us, well, for me, it's raising awareness that, hey, you know what? I need to quit being lazy. I need to quit slacking off and I need to start getting for real about my health because I'm mid 45. I mean, I'm 45. So I feel like I'm in that middle age bracket to where it's not too late and it's not too soon. I can definitely turn things around if I put my all into it. So basically, the definition is the concept of covering the physical and mental conditions of members of minority groups. So if you didn't know, that's the true definition of what minority health is. So I don't think anyone got that one. And we only got 2 more questions, guys. And I really, 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 really appreciate you guys hanging in here with me and participating. We're going to get back to the fun game nights, I promise. I just wanted to deal with this one because I was thinking earlier, like, I wonder if anyone else is feeling like this. I've been trying to find things to like keep myself entertained. I've been reading. I've been talking to family members, but it is just like it was like this dark cloud just lingering, you know what I mean? So I started researching it like, wow, what would be some good ways to cope with these stressful feelings and these feelings of anxiety because I'm pretty sure I can't be the only one having these. And I don't have that history. So it was very strange. Okay, okay. Hey, backyard gardener. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Your answer was for the minority health question. Okay, I thought so, Ms. Fuller. So, who can define what healthcare disparities are? I know that lately we've been hearing this word a lot. We've been hearing this word a lot on the news lately. Healthcare disparities. Healthcare disparities. Can anyone tell me what that is or define what that is? Can anyone define that one? And after this, we literally got one more question. All right, Miss Fullroller is taking the cake. She put being able to afford health insurance premiums and access to healthcare facilities. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. And let me just give you the response per the quiz. It is, and let me take it down because I feel like it's covering my mouth, which is probably weird when I'm answering the questions and talking to y'all because then y'all can't see me. So the answer is a decline in a dynamic state or condition of physical and psychological well being for one individual or group compared to that of another. So that's why you hear a lot of these politicians and a lot of these newscasters talking about the healthcare disparities or disparities in healthcare. I keep getting the words all ran together, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. And I think what you said, Ms. Fullroller, hit it right on the head. Being able to afford healthcare premiums and access to healthcare facilities, access to fresh foods instead of convenience and packaged foods. Absolutely. I was watching it, a show on OWN last night, and it was basically dealing with the pandemic and how it is hitting the multicultural and ethnic communities. When this thing first came out on the scene, there was a lot of people running around with the narrative that, oh, it's not going to affect Black people. It's not going to affect Black people. And some people were kind of running with that. But now that it's been here for a few weeks, people are starting to see that that particular group of people, my people, are actually being hit in large numbers and just being pretty much, you know, it's hitting us hard. It's hitting my community hard. So you guys open your eyes and just, do your research, um, take safety precautionary measures and stay woke is all I can say. We can't say too much on here. Last question coming to the screen. Question number 7. What is health equity? Who can answer that one? We've talked about healthcare disparities. We have talked about minority health. We've talked about ways that we can cope with stress and stressful situations. We've even talked about mental illness and how they face the stigma and how people tend to, stereotype them as being the ones that are going to snap, quote unquote, under these type of conditions, when actually they're the ones that are more likely to become victims in these type of conditions. Who can answer that one? What is health equity? Yeah, I need to wash my hair, y'all. And I probably ain't gonna do it today. All right. It is safe to say that Miss Fool Roller is getting the shout out. And I thank you. Miss Fool Roller says, Miss Fool Roller says, let me put it up. We're closing it out anyway. Equal access to health care and things that promote health despite income, race, and other factors. Absolutely. Absolutely. And in a nutshell, the quiz says health equity is when everyone has the opportunity to be as healthy as possible. I like the way Miss Full Roller said it. It's equal access to health care and things that promote health despite income, race, and other factors. Right? This question kind of ties into the last question. So my response for it goes for this question too. Got it. Hold on. That was awesome. Hang on, y'all. I'm doing all kind of clicking and clickety click click clickety click clack. I'm about to bring it to a close. Like I said, this midweek trivia is not a normal thing that I do during the week. I usually have my trivia nights on Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because it's more of a laid back, relaxed time for me. I've had time to kind of get through my weekend, and I've had more time to kind of prepare. But since I've been doing this work from home during the week, it has been tough. for me to actually get on here and go live in the evening time. Because by the time I'm done with my shift, I'm like, ooh, I'm tired. I'm about to get my rest on because I got to turn right around and do this thing again tomorrow. So I have not really been doing my evening lives like I had been doing previously, but I have been trying to just make it around to you guys' live streams and, continue to support and be there when you guys are live and just basically continue to cross support everybody. I think that's important. And I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I also have been doing more uploaded videos in case y'all haven't noticed. I've been doing more premieres because I feel like as a content creator, yeah, I meant to put it in there in case any one of y'all wanted to come up here and just chit chat. I did. My bad, I didn't say that, but yeah, I did. Because I'm about to close. But in case anybody wants to come up here and chit chat with me, and chit chat with the chat, I should say, before we get up out of here, it is officially going on 8 o'clock. Anybody may have wanted to come and add, their take on what we were talking about in tonight's trivia. Even though it was trivia, it was still dealing with like real life issues that we're all kind of facing right now in regards to the situation. And the fact of the matter is, it is, I keep saying it, it is National Minority Health Month. And whatever the walk is, if you're diabetic, if you have a heart condition, um, if you have cancer or you're a cancer survivor, or let me think of some other conditions, whatever the condition may be, or you could be perfectly healthy and you're trying to stay that way. I think it's great that they have designated this National Minority Health Month. And all of my years, I had never heard of this, but apparently this has been going on for some time, and it's acknowledged annually through the Centers for Disease Control. It's acknowledged annually by the Department of Social Health and Human Services. And I think that my people, as well as people in general, but I like to speak to my people, we are starting to wake up and recognize that we don't have to live and stay in the disease states that oftentimes our forefathers have kind of passed down, not intentionally, but may have generationally passed down to us. Um, so just trying to relearn things like how to eat healthier, how to live healthier. That's why I like coming over to you guys' channels that do the gardening, because I'm like, man, why didn't I never learn that? Like, I remember when I was a girl coming up, and my grandfather used to be trying to teach me to come out there in the garden with him and show me how to plant greens and this, that, and the third. And I couldn't understand, like, why is he trying to show me this? I don't need to know this. But now, in this situation, boy, that would come in handy if I had really sat out there and paid attention and been listening when he was trying to instill in me as a girl, you know, where now we can barely get to the store and get fresh vegetables and fresh produce without possibly getting sick. So little things like that. Little things like that, y'all. And I know I'll be all over the place sometimes, but my mind be rambling like that. You just learning to, but let's extend this to not just 1 month, but let's do it 12 months every year. Amen to that, Miss Full Roller. That's what's up. And then that's how I feel. I'm so grateful that they do acknowledge it. But you're absolutely correct. That is something that we need to do. 365. 365. And I'm so pressed with it. And I probably sound like a broken record and keep repeating it because it is hitting me personally. So I have to make these changes. If I don't make these changes, it's going to be detrimental to my health. So you're absolutely correct. I agree with you 100%. And I find that doing them in a trivia or game night style format makes it fun. It makes it educational. A lot of times people don't want to hear you shoving no information down their throat, but they will tune in if it's game involved or it's fun. So I agree with you there. I agree with you. Well, y'all, I ain't gonna keep you. I done already said that. I am not gonna keep you. I have just finished up my work at 6 p.m. Eastern, and I literally had an hour to get ready to come on here and talk with y'all. And as y'all can see, I sure wasn't tripping off of coming on here trying to look like no beauty queen. I'm actually getting ready to go in here and chill out with my husband, probably try to watch something on TV. I got a couple of things I want to try to look at on Netflix if he will agree to watch it with me, which he probably won't. But I do want to just say thank you guys so much for coming through, spending this little bit of time with me. If you didn't do so on your way in, please don't forget to smash a thumbs up. It helps me greatly, and I appreciate you all for being here. Okay. Um, I will be moving game night back to Sunday going forward. And make sure if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I have a wide variety of content on the channel, from natural hair care to wigs to entertainment and celebrity news to national and world news to my daily pharmacy vlogs. Okay, so you all stay tuned for that. And I believe there is going to be, we're working on something for Saturday. So if you are subscribed, you will see that notification popping up in the next couple of days. Got something fun planned for Saturday afternoon. Thank you guys all for popping in. I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair Candy and More. You all be blessed. Have a good night, and I'm sure I will see you all later in the YouTube streets. Is Gigi going to be going live at 8:30? Do you all know? Let me ask that before I get up out of here. I'm sorry I couldn't stay on longer, but hey, she probably is. We'll see. Gigi's Gluten Free Lab usually goes live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a cooking demo. Gluten free, of course. Well, without further ado, y'all, I'm going to bring this to a close. Y'all be blessed. Thank you again for coming. And you all have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.